Hey kids, welcome to the Lens Drum Emporium. We are working on the Christmas cheer kits. I've actually got 8 this year. 2 of them have already gone out. I'm going to give a bunch to Toy Stock. I might hold back 2 for private giveaways, but we'll see. Anyways, doing lots of the cleaning and final prep work. We've had to fix a lot of the stuff. A lot of stuff comes broken, and I fabricate and make things up, try and get things to work. We have a hi-hat stand here that was donated by Chris Deschamps. He does a lot of giving when it comes to drum stuff. Fellow drummer. There's quite a few. I'll mention all the names at a later point. This is about the 3rd or 4th Gibraltar stand I had. It's the same style, and they all break. They're all broken ring here. This collar ring, it's just a bad design. The metal is really porous. It's like they put a steel ring in the middle, and then on the side where there's a screw that goes in here. Here's one that's similar design, and this basically tightens the legs when you fold these up, and you can see I've got a replacement here. These break. I've gotten, like I say, 3 or I think 4 actually Gibraltar stands, all the same design, and it's broken in the same place. What they tried to do is make a 1-piece unit instead of a 2-piece. This is 2-piece. This has a steel outer ring and a softer aluminum or magnesium, I don't know, a different softer steel on this side. So when it screws in, when you tighten this, the metal ring and the softer steel ring offset and tighten on this shaft. These have been around for years and years, this type, and the only faults I have with these is these rings sometimes will spread apart. Sometimes they over tighten on the shaft and turn this shaft out of roundness and make it egg shaped, and it makes it hard for these to move up and down to fold the legs. So I have built these from scratch to fix them at different parts of my life. I make a metal ring, and then I weld the outside, grind it down, and then I weld the flanges on. Like I say, weld the flanges on after you weld it into a complete circle ring. It works fine. I've got, I think, one Tama's stand that I did years ago, and it's still fine. That's just a lot of work, you know. So finding replacement rings like this, near impossible, because even though a lot of cymbal stands and hi-hat stands and drum thrones use these, certain hi-hat stands only take one size, and it's pretty hard to find the replacement. Thankfully, I had an old drum throne kicking around upstairs in my garage, and that is where this one is from. So this is going to be cleaned up right now. I had to drill out the rivets. These are just temporary in here. I usually like putting stainless steel bolts in here, but I'm running out of time, so sometimes what I do is I just saturate these, clean them all up and polish them, and then I actually paint them black and I put them in. So these are just in here while I wash it, just to hold the stand together while I scrub all the pieces, because if I didn't, these things would be like flying outside, inside, all over the place. So it's just to hold it in place for now. We'll scrub it all up. This type of stand has two bolts that stick out on either side and have springs attached to them that go up to here. It's a really ugly design. I've only seen Gibraltar do it, and this is an old ancient pedal. But the pedal actually works great when it's when this is not failed. But it works great. It's just not the prettiest looking stand, that's for sure. So we'll clean this all up. I love this quick release on here. That's a smart thing. I've got a second one out in the porch right now, all cleaned, ready to go. It's been replaced. I did something different with that one. I took this type, which is 2 flanges, and just offset it, and it worked great. Just had to adjust the legs a little bit, but it worked fine. So anyways, some of these parts, like I say, you can see the inferior material in there. It's kind of got porous little holes in it, and that's never going to stay, and it's a common problem with this Gibraltar Hi Hat model. Gibraltar usually makes great shit, so this one was a failure, unfortunately. Thanks for watching.